Welcome to Mo's Market Pulse. I'm your host, Sarah Mokram, founder of Mo Digital Solutions, where we help businesses hit their revenue goals and thrive. On this podcast, we talk with industry leaders to gain real insights. And today, we're joined by a founder who's blending financial engineering with modern no code and AI assisted development to help companies build smarter internal systems and bring new ideas to life. Noel, founder of Big House, welcome and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here and nice talking to you again. Thanks for having me.
So, to start us off, can you give us the Big House overview? When someone asks what you do, how do you describe the business today?
Sure thing. Big House is a software agency. We use no code and AI assisted coding to build things faster than with traditional code. Our customers are either enterprises or entrepreneurs. Enterprises want to build internal tools to make their teams more efficient, and entrepreneurs want to launch on an MVP. So in both cases, we build things 5 times faster than it would take with traditional code, which is our value add. And yeah, we have experience in Y Combinator startups, other venture backed startups, and even some VC experience. So we have like the mindset of Silicon Valley, just move fast and break things to bring products to life.
Great. So, it's interesting with your model, like you're just discussing, that you serve these two different, very different types of clients with the large companies building the internal tools and those just building new ideas. Can you share how did that dual focus evolve for you guys?
It's more of how the market has evolved. I guess before AI, before no code, we used to build with traditional software development, Ruby on Rails and Angular, React, things like that. And then we discovered no code when it came out, and we've been building with it just significantly faster, much, much faster. Like you see numbers of 5x or 6x somewhere on marketing materials for these platforms, and it's completely true. And then as for AI assisted, it's just like the next generation of faster tools like Lovable, V0, uh, Replit are some of the ones that we use. Overall, we're more concerned about solving a problem rather than focusing on a specific technology to arrive at a solution.
Great. And when you look now at the last 2 years, building a profitable company, staying lean with a small team, how has the business itself evolved from where you started to where it is today?
Sure. Well, definitely having a little bit of cash flow is just having positive cash flow is so much better as a business. I come from trying to launch like the large VC backed business, and I worked for a couple VC backed businesses where it was definitely not profitable. So you definitely make decisions differently because you think about return on investment with much higher priority. When you're VC backed, you kind of don't think about that much. You want to grow numbers in general, as in like users or users mainly, and profitability is not necessarily super important. In the business that I run, profitability is important. I think just the mindset is the main difference.
Got it. And so let's shift now into growth and client acquisition for a moment, which I think transitions well based on what you're saying right now and the differences of what you're looking for. In obviously the agency world, there are so many ways to generate business, outbound partnerships, content, paid channels. There's so many different ways. In practice, where have most of your clients come from so far?
The best clients have definitely come from word of mouth, which is not like a scalable business, a scalable like method. But I would say if other founders are looking out there, is like definitely take care of your reputation, form good work because those existing clients that you have will refer you more clients if you do good work. We've have like other sort of uh, like digital marketing and marketplace, so like Fiverr and Upwork type platforms. Those don't work very well, and both there's a lot of competition and There's a lot of it's a race to the bottom, really. So we don't really like those. Clients are looking for the lowest price, which we don't necessarily offer the lowest price, but I think relative to the quality that we offer, our prices are pretty good. Actually, I will add that a lot of our clients, if not most, come from building products with cheaper providers that like just mess things up. They build things that look nice, then you start clicking through them and they don't work. So really most of our clients just come with semi broken products and they ask us to fix it. Our value add is just like actually delivering a product that
That's great. And, you know, I'm sure most founders feel this tension where, there's trying to deliver this great work. And, for you, trying to fix these products for people and investing though time also in marketing and growth. So as a small team, how do you balance client execution and delivering great work with building future pipeline as well?
so for future pipelines, something that I've you know with like a lean startup type mentality, do things that don't like just do things super simple in order to provide hypotheses. What I have been doing is I just record myself for marketing videos and put those out there. And with those, I test different like messaging. Just do like a little Excel table, like 10, maybe 20 different combinations. And those I just record myself with my phone and I put those up on Facebook ads or yeah, Instagram ads. And whenever like something like works a little bit better, we like make that video like a more expensive version. But what we're testing initially is just a hypothesis around the messaging. And it's super simple. I'm walking on the street, I take out my phone and I record myself on the spot. And I think that's probably the I'd recommend the most in terms of lean marketing.
Great. And so something that you had mentioned earlier is about your approach with speed, especially with the no code and the AI assisted development and it being able to reduce build times dramatically. So what's interesting about that acceleration is that sometimes delivery can outpace client feedback. How does that dynamic affect project flow or internal planning?
Delivery can outpace client feedback. So pretty much where you're delivering faster than you're receiving feedback.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we that definitely happens. We have multiple projects simultaneously running with different developers. So when we might send out an update to a client, we don't get feedback for a week or two. And in that week or two, we don't necessarily we don't shut down. We just have the developer work on a different project. And it works well both ways. Then the client has more time to review. And then on our side, we have a little bit more of like full-time type work, because just waiting for projects is can be nerve-wracking. You get nervous that you're not going to get paid, things like that. But with the diversity of multiple projects running at once, it works both ways for sure.
So, in boutique agencies, growth does often come with trade offs. So, hiring too fast can hurt your margins, but staying too small can limit capacity. And I know, just like you were talking about, with the speed that you're able to do it, you're able to balance some. But how do you think about overall, I guess, in the future here, balancing between scaling and staying lean?
Right. So I think VC backed startups definitely have a push method of hiring. We have a pull method of hiring. Those are like manufacturing terms. So push is you push product and you wait for it to sell, right? And pull is when say you have shoes, right? So you push shoes constantly and you don't really look at if they're selling or not. That's how VC backed startups kind of hire. They just push hiring. And what we do, and I think most profitable business do, is we do pull hiring. So whenever we're overwhelmed, we're working more hours than we should, then we pull a new employee to join the team. So whenever we're over capacity, that's when we hire. We never overhire.
Got it. So you wait until you have that demand kind of on your plate and then you're looking to hire.
Right. It's kind of like when our lifestyle is being deteriorated, right? Like we're working more than 40 hours a week or whatever benchmark you want to look at. And that's when we hire someone new. The other way around, yeah, that's the pull method. Just whenever you need someone, you hire that person.
So when you think about other constraints right now within your business, what feels like the biggest friction point for you in unlocking that next stage of growth?
I think the messaging is always like difficult in terms of marketing. From the tests I've done, it doesn't really matter the quality of the video that much. Like whether I film myself or I ask a designer to do something like cartoons or even like actors, whatever. That doesn't matter as much as the messaging, like the actual words that you choose. And it's really hard to tell what's going to work. So you just have an idea, you launch it on there, you invest like a couple dollars, really like $1 or $2 in the messaging. And that's enough to know whether that is okay or terrible. And if it's okay, you invest maybe five and then you go to 10 and then maybe 100. So you just graduate the messaging relative to existing campaigns and you just keep your most successful campaign with the highest budget with new test campaigns kind of with smaller budget seeing gaining and losing budget competing against the main campaign.
Yeah, you constant testing, right? And seeing what actually lands. So looking ahead, what are you most focused on over the next 6 to 12 months? Do you have anything coming up, on your radar here over the next year?
Yeah, well, we're always keeping an eye on AI and what it can do. So, like, let's pick Lovable for an example. Lovable, the AI assisted development, it works amazing for if you want to like dedicate 1 day to a product. If you want to dedicate two or three, you're gonna come up with you're gonna start seeing its limitations. Its limitations are you don't have full control of what's happening. And then if you want to dedicate more than like a week to a project, a lovable, I don't think it's like that great. So going back to your question as to what we're looking forward to is to see whether those time horizons change on Lovable and other platforms. So we continue to use no code because we have full control of what's happening. And what's not controllable, we just build like a plugin or do like a little API of whatever we need solved. And for the AI assisted coding, it's amazing to brainstorm, amazing to show the client a prototype within 12 to 24 hours. But we definitely want to see how these tools evolve this year.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm sure there will be a lot of changes in the next year if we look 12 months from now, what they're able to do. And also, I'm sure new tools or some will get weeded out as well.
Right. Yeah.
So, if everything goes right over the next year, what does progress actually look for you? And what would success look for you if we were talking a year from today?
So the business is definitely in the marketing and the pipeline generation, which is I think the focus of your podcast. I think if you consistently are confident doubling down on your marketing campaigns, I think that's a good sign. So if I don't know, you have $200 in budget a month for marketing. If you're confident to do 400, then that's a good sign. If you are confident doing 800, that's a good sign. And if you're constantly doubling, right, and you go to 1600, maybe 3000, and it goes with the confidence in what you know the campaign is going to do if you double the budget. That's, I think, the metric of what we want.
So, if it's performing and you feel confident, if you double you'll get back, your return on that is what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like there's a saying of like, kill the losers and double down on the winners, something like that. So we definitely live by that.
Great. And for those who want to keep up with you and learn more about your work or learn more about your business, where's the best place to connect or follow along?
Sure. Our website has all the portfolio projects that we have. I think that's like the best way to see the actual products. On social media, we are not super active. So yeah, I would refer to the website to see the actual projects. We have some interviews that YouTube, we post client testimonials on YouTube. So that would be a good second after you see the projects that we build, you go see the YouTube videos to see what the clients actually thought of our work.
Okay, I'll make sure to link both YouTube channel and your website to this video.
Oh,
Well,
great.
thank you everyone for tuning into Mo's Market Pulse, and thank you again for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me and great questions. Love to be part of your show.